Hey, Coach. Um, the team just looks a lot more energized the last couple of games, and I think that you mentioned that that was about confidence and belief. If you could just kind of dive into that a little bit more, that'd be great.
I don't understand. To dive into what?
Do you think that the confidence and belief is what's helping your team out there on the court the last couple of games?
Well, I think, yeah, at any point in time it is, but they've got good energy and they're executing and they're pretty fresh. We're very smart and locked into what we want to do in practice. I'm very conscious of the fact that it's February and they used to be called the dog days of February. Well, those really begin right now by January 10th. And then in a COVID year like this, they might have even started earlier because of how hard it is for everybody. I mean, there's no question when you're making some shots early, it helps you. It helps your confidence. But we're very, very conscious of making sure that that we're getting our preparation done, getting our work done, not overdoing it. I think one thing we see right now, we end practice, the majority of the guys are staying in the gym to shoot, which is a good sign in the sense that you're not over practicing or over training. And I give credit to all my coaches and to Sean Hayes and Lance Schumann for that. My job is to set the tempo and create the atmosphere and create the plan, but everybody else has got to keep carrying it out. And we've got a full team effort going through on that. So I think but the players are the one that are generating the belief. They're the ones that are generating the synergy and the chemistry and the camaraderie. And I thought our talk was really good in the game tonight. Our bench energy was very good. Guys were locked in, ready to play. And again, the whole key is don't allow distractions to get in their way and control what you can control. And as teams grow up and learn, they learn there's more and more things they can control. And the smart ones figure out not to worry about the things that they can't. And that's what we've got to continue to build. But I don't mean smart in brains. I mean smart in just like maturity. It just takes some time to learn that. And we've got to continue to do that.
Hey, Coach. Did that run at the beginning of the game where Ty scored 7 points in under 2 minutes, did that kind of help jumpstart your offense?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think these guys are, I don't know if our bench has been any louder all year than when PJ Horn dunked that ball in the second half, right? And I say that because that's a huge bench energy and camaraderie is so big. And it's never been more important in college sports, pro sports history, probably because there's so few people at the games, right? You don't have a home crowd to get you through those things. So you have got to be able to do that as a team. And I thought these guys, they were so happy for him. And it definitely created energy on the court. And when one player's playing well like that and you got guys locked in, I think it builds the confidence for everybody. So you're exactly right.
Okay, let's have Chip Towers and then Mark Weiser.
Yeah, Coach, I'm curious of your thoughts on Severe Wheeler tonight. Obviously, they were talking about it a lot on TV as a great matchup, those 2 point guards, and it seemed like he played really, really well. The box score may not show it. Can you just kind of handicap his game?
Yeah, sure. We don't win without him. I thought of all the guys, and again, this is, like I said to these guys, this is how we're built. We had 6 guys in double figures, and Andrew Garcia had 9. I mean, that's how we're built. We don't have that one guy that's carrying your scoring every night, but you do have to have somebody that's setting the table every night. And Severe does that. And I thought of all the guys in the game, and we had guys have some really good games. Severe got better from start to finish. He played even much faster in the second half. We got him even higher on the floor, which is what I wanted. We got him more in the middle of the floor, which was what our attempt was. He attacked. He didn't let misses or mistakes carry past or carry into the next play. He got over it, and which is so key for any young player, but especially for a guy like Severe who's got such a role. But again, it wasn't about an individual matchup. I mean, he set the table on Sharif Cooper with how we were going to guard him, but at the same time, we had other guys guard him. Michael Starks and Jackson Etter. I mean, they followed the game plan. But Severe's the one that got it going, and Severe did an awful lot for us to win the game at the end, especially with his inbound plays.
Is he okay? By the way, I noticed he had it looked like he sprained his back or something.
Yeah, I'll check on that. I mean, he was able to finish the game. He takes some hits.
Yeah,
definitely takes some hits, but he's a very tough, durable young guy, and very proud of him.
Tom, you guys were obviously very effective against Cooper, particularly in the first half. And you mentioned Eder. What was kind of the game plan this time around to kind of limit him?
Bring more pressure to him throughout the game, right? Try to bring fatigue to the game. He draws 9.6 fouls a game, so it's not about getting up into him and bulldogging him, because he's very, very adept at drawing fouls. Very adept. I mean, he's very good at driving into your body, selling it to the referee. He's very good at it. So you got to be smart. And there were a couple of times that we got a little too overzealous with him, but for the most part, it was about putting different people on him, bringing pressure, because we have tremendous respect for how he plays. And he's an outstanding guard, outstanding. His vision is incredible, and very willing passer. But we had a couple other things that were in the game plan, but we didn't have to go to them. But the bottom line was to bring pressure, to be aggressive in the ball screen defense.
All right, and last question. Let's go with Davis Baker.
Hey, Coach. Tye Fagan led the team in points tonight. I was just wondering, how much better does he make this team when he brings his A game?
How many did he have? I didn't even realize that. I just knew we had the double figures. How many did he have?
He had 16.
Okay. So we had 6 guys, and the high score was 16. That's good. I knew we had 6 in doubles. But when he's playing like that and he's locked in, and there was a challenge in him, because maybe his worst game of the year was the first time we played Auburn. And I reminded him of that a few times, but at the same time, I stick with him because I believe in him. His teammates believe in him, and I know he's capable. And I made a point today in a meeting, situation basketball, in football, you hear about situation football a lot, or you hear about complementary football a lot. Well, in basketball, it's the same thing. There's so many situations that come up in a game. There's so many different things. And the more well-versed you are, the more versatile you are to handle those situations, whether it's how he gets in the middle of the zone, how he seals the middle of a 1-3-1, like with Ole Miss. And I know Mark asked that. We talked about that the other day with the defense. But the more roles you can fill in a game, okay, the more value you bring your team, the easier you make the game for everybody else. And ultimately, you become the benefactor because your confidence grows. And I think that's what's happening for him. And he can do a lot of different things. I didn't like the step back 3 because I'm not into teaching step back 3s. But other than that, he did a really, really good job inside of the game, and the rebounding was big. All those things really played into it. But it was such a team win, and it's such a team victory. And we had really good contributions off the bench. Ty McMillan in his minutes, certainly Andrew and KD, they're like starters to me. It's like we have 7 starters. Michael Starks did a fantastic job. Jackson Eder did a fantastic job. I don't think Chris Brown is that healthy yet. I don't think he feels he's that healthy yet. So hopefully his time's coming with that. But everybody that went into the game contributed to the game. So and that's the only way we're really going to be able to pull things off on the road, is to have those kind of contributions from numerous guys. And Tye Fagan's a big part of that.
Okay, and we have one more follow-up question from Mike Griffith.
Yeah, Coach, this is 2 out of the last 4 you've beaten Bruce Pearl. He's obviously a really good coach. What's the key to beating his teams? What are you able to do, able to solve with?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they're really talented. He's an excellent coach. I think you have to have a game plan, and you have to be able to execute it. And you've got to understand you're going to have to be physical in the game, because they're going to be extremely long and athletic. And the way their team plays it's so different now with Sharif Cooper in there. So you have to really, there's as good as the rest of them are, and they're very good. They're very talented, and they get better. You have got to start the game plan with him because of the way he impacts the game. The last 5 games, he was averaging 19 points a game. 7 of those were coming from the foul line, not as much from the 3-point line. He's averaging 9.6 fouls drawn a game inside of this league. I mean, you've got to start your game plan there. Well, last year it was different guys. So I just think it's getting your team, no matter who it is, no matter it's Auburn or who it is, just do a really good job of trying to get your team to understand what the game plan's got to be, and stay as true to it as you can, and have guys that are flexible and adjust as the game goes on. And that's my job as a coach, is to see where the adjustments have to be made, and to try to help them be as good as they can be inside of the game and inside of practice to get to that place. And we're fortunate to win.
Okay, thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
And now we're going to be joined by Tye Fagan.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely me now. It's definitely me now.
All right. Hi, Ty.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. We are going to start first with Anthony Dasher and then Chip Towers.
Hey, Ty, congratulations. I know the first time you guys played Auburn, I know it's a team game and all that, but that wasn't one of your best games. I think you probably would admit that. But how much of a motivation was that for you, and to play the kind of role you did tonight in such a big win? What does that mean to you?
It was very motivational because I knew I had to be there for my team tonight, and I just wanted to do anything that I needed to do, whether it was rebound or defend, run the floor. I just wanted to make up for that game because that game wasn't one of my best ones. I wanted to put that one behind me, so I just went into this game with the motivation from that one that I needed.
Obviously, you led the team in scoring with 16 points, but it seemed like you got them in about 5 minutes or less. You know, you scored two big bunches, you know, first half and second half. Just what was it what was happening there that to allow you to get those points in bunches like that? And what was the result on the other side of it?
Well, for one, I just feel like the game is always giving you something. So early on, I got a 3 in, a couple layups. In the second half, they kind of went into a zone, and coach just put me in the place I needed to be in. I had my teammates like Xavier, Justin, KD, all those guys was able to get it to me in spots I needed to get it, and I was just able to make a play for my team when needed.
Okay, we only have time for 2 more questions, so we're going to go with Mark Weiser and then Davis Baker.
You guys led basically wire to wire, and you jumped out, I guess, 10-2 to start the game. I mean, how locked in were you guys mentally, and then not to, you know, let Auburn make a big run to kind of, you know, really tie the game or go ahead?
We've been very locked in. It started before the Ole Miss game. We took 2 days before that game serious. We was locked into those practices that led over to that game, and we understood that the same thing that would lead over into this game. We took the days at practice serious and lock in every day and pay attention to the details, which we did at practice. And just focus on resting up, hydrating, making sure our bodies recovering and things like that right there, that it would lead over into this game, and we did all the proper things needed. So it just led over to the night.
Ty, how big of a difference was it to see this team for a second time? Obviously, they were much more physical in the first game. You guys were able to win the rebounding battle tonight. What was the biggest difference there?
We just understood what we needed to do because, like they said, the first game wasn't our best game against them. They came out and they hit us first, and we just never recovered. But tonight we understood what was needed to be done. We needed to rebound, gain rebound as a team. We needed to move the ball, get some cuts, get some easy baskets. And we knew we had to make those guys become individual defenders because they're such a good team in the help defense and being on the nail and the elbows to help their teammates out. And they're so great at rebounding and all those things. So we had to eliminate the bigs and try to pull them out the paint so we can get to the rim, get some easy looks, and get some easy kickouts for some shots.
All right, thanks so much, Ty, and congrats on the win.
Thank y'all. Yes, ma'am.
All right, guys, and we will have a transcript to you shortly. Thanks so much for attending.